On today's episode of The News You Missed, I'm going to be covering Blizzcon's announcement of a Diablo game that has a lot of people very, very angry, a free Destiny 2 game available on your PC, as well as some Warcraft Remaster news, and several other stories. So if that stuff interests you, you've come to the right place in today's episode of The News You Missed. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys had a great weekend. And before we get into the news stories, I wanted to ask you something. Do you have absolute garbage audio on your phones? Maybe you have an old device. Why don't you look into getting a microphone? Pop Voice is a mic that is available for less than $15 over on Amazon. You can check into it, you can get sales, probably get it even cheaper, and it'll make your audio sound a lot cleaner and better. Especially if you're looking to get into content creation. This bad boy can strap right to your shirt and you can talk without fear of sounding very, very echoey or distant. So check into it, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty cheap solution to audio problems. And would you be so kind as click that subscribe button if you're interested in video gaming news daily. Now, we're going to begin with you can get Destiny 2 free on PC. Now, this is a game that I've highly recommended to people if they're very much kind of Diablo players. I've always called it a Diablo-esque type of game where you're just in a first-person shooter environment. It's mixing magic and a lot of things, so a lot of people who enjoy Call of Duty, Battlefield, and RPG mechanics all slammed together, this game would probably appeal to you greatly. A lot of people don't like Destiny 2 because they've heard some very, very negative things about it. They've said, oh, that's not such a great game. I've heard very, very bad things about it. You know, there's all kinds of bad press about it. But you can't knock a free game. If you have a PC and you think it could potentially run Destiny 2, you should grab it up. But even if you don't have a PC that can run Destiny 2, this game is free up until November 18th. To which, afterwards, you keep it forever. So it's like one of those deals that you get when you have like games with gold or something, maybe a Humble Bundle giveaway, maybe a Steam giveaway. You get to keep it forever. It's tied to your account. So all you have to do is go to the Battle.net downloader, what you have to launch Blizzard's games. So if you play Overwatch, if you play World of Warcraft, you're very familiar with this, and you get it for free. Now, those who have already bought the game on PC, you're not going to be left out in the cold because you will get a free emblem. That's all you get. So, you know, if you paid $60 for this, sorry about your luck. I'm one of those guys who paid for it on the Xbox, so I've already paid $60, and I bought the DLC and things like that. So I paid quite a bit of money into the series, and I'm kind of finished with it myself. I'm just not really enjoying it as much as I used to, but that's because I'm burnt out from the original. But Destiny 2 is much better than the original in my own personal opinion, and you'll probably like it, especially even the base game. If you enjoy the base game, then hey, you got an absolute free game with tons and tons of gameplay available to you, and you didn't have to pay a dime. So I think that's a pretty good thing that they're giving away. I mean, you know, they could sit here and say, oh, it's worth this much amount of money or that much amount of money, but if you look back at the original Destiny, I mean, that's pretty much free right now. And if you look back at the original Destiny with all of the content, yeah, you can get it for under $20. So Destiny 2 being free, not really a surprise to me. No shocker. But there you go. Make sure you pick it up. So Blizzard says it wasn't expecting fans to be this mad about Diablo Immortal. Oh, and yeah, this is how out of touch the company is. I mean, seriously, you were shocked that people were so upset and angry that you were going to release a mobile version of Diablo and people weren't going to be angry about it. Are you kidding me, Blizzard? Seriously. Even a guy, during the Q&A, even a guy came up and said, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? And man, I feel bad for the spokesperson that was speaking at the time because he had to say, no, it's not a joke. It's a real game, you know? Like, hey guys, no, this is a real game. It's not a joke. I'm not a comedian, actually. Actually, I work for Blizzard. I'm a spokesperson, not a comedian. So, okay, all right, listen. All things said and done, I don't think this is as big of a deal as a lot of people are making it. If you don't like the game, you don't like the game, don't play it. I mean, there's plenty of crappy mobile games out there that I don't play. There's plenty of good ones that I don't play. Like, I don't really play Mario Run that much. My daughter loves it, but it's a pretty decent mobile game. In comparison to the originals, in comparison to games that you can get on consoles, no, they're terrible. They're garbage compared to them. But my point is, I don't play them because I don't like them. And I feel like a lot of people who are upset and agitated at this are justified in being angry and upset, but to sit here and go on a tirade about how terrible this is, that's pretty dumb. A lot of people are saying that you have this massive revenue stream, you have this massive opportunity to put out an absolute great title, to start work on Diablo 4, you have this huge fan base, and you pretty much put out a mobile game. You put out a mobile cash grab, as a lot of people put it. I've seen the game. It's a very simplistic version of Diablo 3. I don't know if a lot of people would enjoy that or not. I'm sure there's a lot of casuals out there who have seen Diablo and maybe wanted to get into it, but it was too complicated for them. And a lot of the hardcore gamers will sit there and say, yeah, well, that's the price you pay for playing a game like this. We don't want the game dumbed down. We want you to raise your knowledge and your ability to play this game to join us, instead of us having to dumb down our abilities to your level. That is the argument with video games. It's a base level. There is no fee, no price to enter in. Once you have the game itself, everybody is equal. You can't buy victory. You just have to get good, and that's where get good comes from. Get good or get gone. Stop complaining about it. So there you go. It's pretty crazy that it's just a mobile version of Diablo 3, and a lot of people were very, very upset at it. Now, me personally, I have quite a bit of experience with Diablo. I played every Diablo game. I've beaten them, played them multiple times, and it hurts. It's a sore spot for a lot of fans because, you know, it took so long for Diablo 3 to even be put out from Diablo 2. And man, Diablo 3 is kind of polarizing. A lot of people enjoyed it. It's a pretty decent game, no questioning that. But a lot of people didn't like the online-only aspect about it. And this goes into being released on the heels of Diablo 3 for the Nintendo Switch. Quite a lot of people are saying that the Nintendo Switch mobile version, being able to play it and be on the go in handheld mode, is very, very nice, that you don't have to be constrained to a phone. Ironically, Diablo 3 on the Switch is being touted for being a very, very good mix of having kind of like that sizing versus a phone, saying that a phone would be way too small to play Diablo 3 on, and then this mobile game gets released on it. It's very ironic that I saw that in someone's review of this. But a lot of people are also saying that this is a reskin of another game as well, and they just put the Diablo elements onto it, so it's not even really a custom Diablo game. The point is, a lot of people are very, very upset at this, and they are justified to be upset at it. It's been a long time coming that we were going to get news for Diablo 4, and instead we got thrown a shell of a mobile game that is obviously going to be a hit or miss with a lot of people, especially hardcore fans. I don't know, man. I gotta tell you, if I was a big Diablo player, I wouldn't be looking for a mobile game. I would probably just buy the Switch version, and I would play it on my commutes, in my lunch breaks. But hey, that's me. And by the way, if you're looking for that review, you can find it. I'll go ahead and link it in the description below. You can see what someone else had talked about Diablo 3 on the Switch. There you go. That's all I have to say. One more thing, there is a Diablo 3 Amiibo coming out. It's a Loot Goblin, and I think it looks awful. I think it looks horrendous. I absolutely hate it. It looks terrible. I don't like it. And on top of that, somebody also pointed out that this was a reskin of another toy that they had, and the box itself is also a reskin of another toy. So yeah, not good. Not good for Blizzard. Not at all. But let's close on a high point. Warcraft 3 is getting a remaster. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are really big strategy fans, kind of like overhead, you know, Command and Conquer-esque type of things, Warcraft 3 is a pretty good game. A lot of people really, really enjoyed it, and they wanted a remaster. Man, I look, you know, Blizzard is making some strange moves with all of the money that they have from Overwatch, with all the money that they have from Warcraft, World of Warcraft, and they can't even provide you with games that you'd really like to see. I think Warcraft 3 being remastered is a nice nod and give to people. I would love to see Diablo 1 and 2 be remastered. I would love to see some more stuff like that and not so much a mobile game. But hey, that's my personal opinion. You could be completely different. I would love to hear it from you, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have for this news you missed. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a big thumbs up, like and share this, because I'm not sure if I have a lot of fans who absolutely love Diablo and Blizzard, but it would be nice to get a good amount of feedback on this. If you didn't like it, you can dislike it and tell me what I can do better in the future, and you can always click that subscribe button to stay up to date with video gaming news here. Now, I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and I am off to play me some Diablo 3, to which all of the footage that you saw, which was Diablo 3 footage, was from me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.